Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another edition of To the Kitchen. Today I have a special edition, and I have a guest chef coming in. I'd like to introduce to you right now Mr. Thomas Trecha. Alright, the reason I have Thomas here is because I lost a bet. We were bowling at a tournament in Flint not too long ago. He had his dad as a partner, and I had my partner Claire, and I opened my big mouth and I said we were going to beat his butt. Well, that's not the case. Thomas ended up beating us, and since I lost the bet, I told him I would make him peanut brittle, but I figured he should know how to make it as well, just in case, because chicks dig peanut brittle. Anyway, we are going to make veg peanut brittle, but we're not going to do it here on our love seat. We need to go to the kitchen. Okay, as you can see, we are now in the kitchen, and I am going to have Thomas introduce today's ingredients.
1 pound of peanuts. We are using Spanish peanuts today.
Sorry.
1/2 cups of sugar. 1 cup of light corn syrup. 3 tablespoons of real butter. 1/2 teaspoons of baking soda. 1 teaspoon of good vanilla extract. And 1 cup plus 1 teaspoon of water.
Nice! First take, brother!
Woo! Yes.
Okay, Thomas, what's the first thing that we have to do to prepare to make our peanut brittle?
You have to rub butter on the trays.
Fire it up, dude. And make sure we cover the whole thing, because what this is going to do is after we make our peanut brittle and it's up to temperature, we're going to pour half of the mixture on one pan and half the mixture on another pan, and then we're going to let it cool. We put the butter on it to, 1, make sure it doesn't stick to the bottom, and 2, it's going to add a little more of that yummy butter flavor. Okay, Thomas has our pans buttered, and I have put them into a 200-degree oven to keep them warm. That way, once we pour the peanut brittle, once we put the peanut brittle mixture onto the pans, if they're warm, it'll spread out into them nice thin layers that we're looking for. Okay, right now Thomas is going to start adding the ingredients to our 3-quart saucepan. Thomas, first thing we need is 1.5 cups of sugar. Okay, there's 1. There's 2. And there's 3. Okay, we got the sugar in the pan. Now we're going to add a cup of light corn syrup. Go ahead and squeeze a cup of corn syrup. Oh, yeah, go ahead and squeeze a cup of corn syrup in there, Thomas. And get it all the way to the top, almost like it's going to overflow. And then carefully, there you go, then carefully get it in the pan. If you get it on my floor, you're licking it up. Ah, there she goes. No, you don't got it. Okay, we got the corn syrup and sugar in the pan. Now we have to add a cup of water. Okay, now that we have all our ingredients in the pan, Thomas is going to light the flame, and we're going to start to warm up that mixture. Now, first thing though, kids, if you do not have an adult present, do not mess with the stove. I am an adult. Thomas has permission with his parents and me to mess with the stove. Thomas, go ahead and flame up the stove. Okay. And now we're going to warm up our mixture to 240 degrees. This is going to take a little while. And as you can see, we have the candy thermometer in the mixture. Now all we have to do is slowly stir, and we got to make sure everything is nice and melted, and then we'll warm it up to 240 degrees. Okay, we've been stirring our pot. We're up to about 200 degrees. What we're going to do right now, quickly, is we're going to add some baking soda, water, and vanilla and put it in a little cup because we're going to have to add that a little bit later. So Thomas is going to add 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda. There you go. Whoops. Okay. Level that out. There you go. And we're going to add a teaspoon of water. And a teaspoon of good real vanilla extract. Now it's very important to use real vanilla. That artificial vanilla doesn't add the flavor like real vanilla. And then we let that set aside, and we're going to add that to our mixture right at the end.
As you can see, we have a lot of Meyer products. Meyer, give me a call. I'll give you a deal on sponsorship. Yes.
Okay, after what seems like forever, our mixture has come up to 240 degrees. Now it is time to add the peanuts and the butter. We have to add 3 tablespoons of butter, and it's already been sliced up, but Thomas is going to carefully add it, very carefully. Very good. That's fine. And 2, now remember the pan is hot. 3 tablespoons. And it's going to slowly add a pound of peanuts. Now our peanut containers had 12 ounces each. We only need 16 ounces, so we weighed out a pound of peanuts. Thomas, go ahead and add the peanuts. And now we're going to give her a mix. Now once this is combined, we have to stir it constantly until the mixture gets to 300 degrees. That is the magic temperature. So we're going to stir away until we get there. Okay, we're going to take a sneak peek into the pot. Oh, look at how yummy that looks. It even smells really good. That butter and And again, we're going to stir this until we get to how many degrees?
300.
Good deal. Okay, we are finally at 300 degrees, so we have to work kind of fast right now. Thomas, I want you to hand me the little jar there. This has our baking soda and our vanilla. Going to give it one last mix, and we're going to pour it in here, and then it's going to bubble up once we mix it in. Yeah, you hold on to that. You want to give it a quick mix. I didn't roll up as hard as I thought it would. And once we incorporate that vanilla and baking soda mix, we're going to quickly add it to our pans. Now I took the pans, yeah, it smells really good, doesn't it? I took the pans out of the oven. We're going to glop about half onto one pan, and I've got the other pan up here. We're going to glop the other half on there. And And then we're going to quickly spread out our candy. And you want it about just about a 1/4 inch thick. So we've got it spread out. Now we have to let it cool for about an hour. Okay, Thomas, Trecha, and I are back from playing catch while our peanut brittle cooled off, so we're a little sticky sweaty right now, but Thomas has washed his hands, and now we have to crack our peanut brittle into bite-sized pieces. So you just kind of grab your brittle, crack it, and crack it into the size pieces that you want. Don't make them too small, because when you go to hand them to people, you'll want a nice sized piece. So Thomas is going to get to cracking here. Okay, as you can see, we have our plate of peanut brittle. This is only half of the batch. It does make a whole bunch of peanut brittle, so we've got plenty to share, plenty to eat for ourselves. I want to thank everyone for tuning into this episode of To the Kitchen. I want to thank Thomas Trecha for doing a good job. Thanks, my brother. And right now, we are going to dig in and enjoy. We will see you next time. No, you're supposed to cheers.
Oh!
Cheers! Clink, and then you eat. You just want to eat it, don't you?
Yes.
All right, try it again. So I want to thank you very much for tuning into this episode of To the Kitchen. I want to thank Thomas Trecha for doing a good job. Thanks, my brother. And right now, we are going to dig in. Enjoy.